we have over here a CGC unboxing. I did a 25 book modern prescreen, and honestly, the box is a little light. Let's see what I got back graded and what I didn't. Up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hello, panelologists. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. And before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out the description of this video for links to my Instagram, whatnot, eBay store, and email. You know what to do. So I had submitted at the very beginning of December, these books went out to CGC for a 25-book, 9.8 modern prescreen. Now, I calculated the current fair market values of the books raw, high grade, and the total of the 25 books is $645. I didn't get a tremendous amount of books back in the 9.8, which actually surprises me. So we're going to take a look piece by piece. It's kind of a light box. So is it worth it? I still think so, because when we take a look at, what the values, hopefully some of the better books did come back rated 9.8s. So we do have this first thing of bubble wrap. These do protect nicely. But inside are two boxes of raw books, which is never a good sign. So, and we'll get to those later, the two big boxes of disappointment. Now, all of these books, of the ones I submitted, 22 of the 25 came from the same collection that I picked up back in June that has produced a lot of 9.8s. For me. So that's why I'm disappointed. It's the same batch of books, the same era. And my notes are a lot of books I just had. My note was clean. And then, maybe one small tick. So I thought that there weren't really many stretches for a 9.8 in this. So that's why I'm a little bit surprised as to the results. So I don't know if I'm looking at top or bottom. Am I looking at the bottom? So I got to flip these books. I can pull. Okay. So I'll pull the first book out. And let's see what we did get back. Now, there's some nice books in this collection that, will be nice to have in a 9.8. First book is Classic X-Men number 3. This is, and we'll put the fair market value here of the books down below. This is one of the 25th anniversary covers. It is a cover by Art Adams. So a very... I think this is one of the more attractive 25th anniversary books. One of the less expensive, but still a good book to have in a 9.8. So that book gets a little check mark. Our next book is Punisher 102. I'll make note if any of these books came from outside that collection. This is just a classic cover by Frank Turan of Bullseye. This is towards the end of the run, so relative to other books in the Punisher run, the print count was a little bit lower. So 9.8 white pages on that one. That's 2. Let's see how many we get total. Up next, boom. Oh, this is a good one. This is Venom Lethal Protector number 1, 9.8. It's a newsstand, though. And that makes this a fairly expensive book. This is a book I picked up at Baltimore Comic-Con from Comic Dunes for $25. So this is one of the 3 books that came from outside this collection. So very happy. I thought there was a little bit of maybe a discoloration like here. I think I was able to kind of buff that out. I mean, it is a clean book. This is a book that, you could take a look right away and whether it has spine ticks or not. So, yeah, nice to have this in a newsstand. The first solo Venom title. So that is cool. Very happy with that. Punisher War Journal number 75. This is the first appearance of Lynn Michaels as like the female Punisher. It's homage to Punisher Limited Series number 3. It doesn't make note of that on the... Lynn Michaels does become the Punisher in this. So that's that. So I had some luck with the Punisher. That's 4 books. Ugh. Next, this is a good one. Wolverine Limited Series number 1. There's a lot of Wolverine in this collection. So this is the first appearance of Patch. And back cover pinup by John Byrne. This black on the half of the, and the dark colors on the front cover make this a little bit more difficult to get in a 9/8. But that's cool. I'll take that. They're like 4 books that I was really kind of hoping to get. Maybe 5. We'll see if they mixed anything up. That's 5 books total. I think we have like 9. This is number 6. And it's Wolverine number 4. This is the first appearance of Bloodsport and Roughhouse. And it does have... And this is what's nice about having these backup or back cover in a slab. You can... You know, you don't have to worry about getting a clear backer board, so you enjoy both of it. Not one of the bigger books, but still a cool book to have. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The next one could be a good one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there are 4 more. 4 more. Fingers crossed on this one. Come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Yes! This is one of the ones I was hoping for. Wolverine number 8. This classic cover by John Buscema. And it does have a Rob Liefeld backup. Actually, the feet aren't terrible on that one. But this is a classic cover. So this is actually the ones I thought was a little bit of a stretch. Now, one thing I want to check on this order is when we got it back from the LCS. I'll take a little bit of a break here. When we got it back from the I submit through my LCS, Comics Warehouse in Pearl River, New York. Look them up online. It hadn't populated yet, the books, right? It was in the order, in the account, it was still listed as being in for grading and encapsulation. So I'm curious to see if the grader's notes are available. I mean, not that there's going to be grader's notes on a 9/8, but like the images and whatnot. CGC certify. That's cards. Nope. There you go. Resources, verify CGC certification. I'm just curious. I'm going to use this one as the example. I'd meant to kind of do it at the outset. 454 593 593 4017 4017. No, it's not available. Nope, it's not available yet in the check the certification number. So that is weird. And my concern is it might be a little bit hampering in terms of resale, because I like to put in like the cert number when I list it on eBay or whatever or whatnot, or so that somebody can get higher res photos and everything. Anyway, okay, we got three books, just 3 books left. Okay, and one of them is, this is not a big one. It's Wolverine number 23, just a classic John Byrne cover. And this I'd like to have it in 9/8 just because of that black cover is difficult to get. So Not a huge amount of value, but more than, it is raw. 2 to go. Wolverine number 24. Again, just a classic Jim Lee cover. Both of those last 2 Wolverines, about $100 books, kind of for Wolverine completists. And then one more, and everything has been in order of submission so far, so I'm hoping for this next one to be what it is. I thought like there were 3 more Wolverine books that were clean from this collection, and it's not this one that I wanted. This is Wolverine 42, just another classic cover. Mark Silvestri and Dan Green. And that has, again, about $100 in a 9.8. So, unfortunately, there are plenty of books that did not make the grade, which surprises me because they were as clean as the other ones. So there's going to be a lot of, I think, resubmissions amongst these. There might be a couple of books that I hold back on. And again, I'm not going to be able to even find any like rejection graders notes on these. Not that I would expect to, but the books aren't even in the system yet. So, yeah, this might have a little bit of reversion on the spine. West Coast Avengers 1. $45. I thought these were all pretty clean. 46. Wolverine 10. Oh yeah, this does have it looks like some reversion on like spine ticks. 27. Well, some of these are gonna get another turn through the press. Wolverine 36. X Factor 1. And Detective Comics 585, the first Ratcatcher. Of these, I didn't have any notes to myself. Yeah, the Ratcatcher, I see a couple of non-color breaking spine ticks. And the X Factor 1, there's one thing that maybe disqualifies it. The others I all had as pretty darn clean. So, there's another box. Rejects. So we got 10 out of 25, which is it's a 400 batting average, so, that would get you a nice contract in the major leagues, but we want to do better on our CGC submissions. Yeah, 15 rejects. I'm surprised. The funny thing is, like I said, I thought that the Hulk 8 was, like, questionable. This is a tough one, right? Yeah, Web of Spider-Man 119, because much like Wolverine 88, it has an insert here. That's a little bit hard to press. That I can understand. This I don't understand. This was clean. Silver Surfer 100, hologram cover. New Mutants 95. This one, very surprising. New Mutants 87. That will be resubmitted. 86, cameo of Cable. This is an older book, but maybe it's a little bit of a stretch, but I thought it was pretty clean. DC Comics Presents 1. We'll take another close look at that. And X-Men, Classic X-Men number 1, with our Adams cover. So let's take a look at, I'll look up some fair market value. Okay, so I calculated the fair market value on the 10 slabs that came in, and it comes to a total of $1,500 even. And so that, with the $385 approximately in grading costs, plus the fair market value of the books raw, which is, you're talking about $1,200 between the two, but now I still have 15 raw books, including a few bigger ones like the New Mutants 87, which I can still, that's a $100 book right there. It matters, what I decide is worth resubmitting. So even with only 10 out of 25, still think it's the 9.8 pre-screen is worth it. It's much more valuable to do a 9.8 pre-screen than just to submit the books and get 9.4s and 9.6s, because nobody wants those. And I can reevaluate the books, repress the books, and look to see if I can get a 9.8 in the next go around. So, am I thrilled with 10 out of 25? No, I am not. Am I devastated? No, I am not. It's just kind of the game you play, a little bit harsher. I'll reevaluate some of the books, and we'll see how many of the 15 are worth resubmitting. So these 10 books, though, because this particular collection, I was kind of prioritizing getting out to CGC the ones that are not saving for the personal collection. So if you're interested in any of these, you can either send me a message on Instagram or send me an email, and we can work something out. In the meantime, I'm open to those. So if you're interested, reach out and we can work something out. Not a great pre-screen. What are you going to do? I'd like to thank you all for stopping by. In the meantime, you can take a look at a couple of my other videos here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics. So a quick addendum on the mess that CGC has left these books in. So I picked these books up on Wednesday for my LCS. I do my submissions through him for the dealer rate. And he had gotten them on Tuesday, which was kind of a surprise because, as I said, they were still listed in the CGC system as in for grading and encapsulation. So they hadn't been finished yet. So I picked them up on Wednesday, unboxed them Wednesday night. And when I went, and you saw in the video, I went to check the certification number and it's not there, right? It's as though these books don't exist. Now, he did get in touch with them on Friday, and CGC said they just had to update their system. They did charge the money for it, which is a little baffling, but that's fine. I mean, I have them in hand, but the problem is if I want to sell these, usually what I do is a couple of things for transparency is I put the certification number in there, right? Whether it's an eBay listing, whatnot listing, or what have you. And I can't, if I do that, somebody's going to go to the certification system. They're not going to find the book. And the other thing is, now that they include the high-res scans with there, those are great scans to use rather than taking a picture myself, which, glare and the plastic and all that sort of stuff doesn't really work that well. I don't know what to do. So I'm a little bit stuck. I probably will have them available. Listen, if you want to reach out to me and, we can make a deal, we can, maybe move some of these books. That's fine. If you're interested, I probably will put them on my Whatnot show Monday. Hopefully by Monday, they'll have updated the system, but it's just another one of those inconsistencies in quality control from CGC, that has one scratching one's head. It's like, how did they get these books without them being in the system? I don't understand it, but it is what it is. And again, I've started to look through some of the raw books, and a few of them I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going to leave those behind. And we'll see. Maybe I was stretching a little bit on the submission. What I'm going to try next time is I'm going to use a, Improved Collecting has a technique where they put the better books in the front of the batch. To kind of say, okay, wow, this is good, and kind of get the greater comfortable. I don't know. There is a lot of variability in submitting books to CGC, especially at the 9.8 level. Some days it'll get a 9.8, some days it won't. I'm of the opinion that, I'm going to do just fine on this collection, this batch of books. But, I also am of the opinion at this point in time, I want 9.8s. I don't want anything else for modern books like this. And by modern, I essentially mean 1980 forwards, unless it's a big book. So anyway, that's enough of that. I'm going to let you go right now, and thanks for stopping by. And for a second time, until next time, enjoy your comics.